From UFOs to ghost and psychic powers, history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now and learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. When most Westerners think of shapeshifters, they imagine a classic movie werewolf, a person able to transform into some hybrid of wolf and man. Werewolves are far from the only shape-changing monster, but something about their nature has made them into an enduring collective legend. Nowadays, the idea seems laughable. After all, humans have overrun the world. In an age where fewer wild animals survive each year, turning into one could be more of a disadvantage than anything else. But this was not always the case. The idea that certain human beings may be able to change their shape dates back into antiquity. In ancient civilizations such as Babylon, Kush, and Navajo culture, the concept appears again and again. Gods who change into bulls and swans, sorcerers and villains who transform through magic. Why would ancient civilizations believe that anyone could have such a strange, extraordinary power? Here's where it gets crazy. They had proof, at least enough proof to consider shapeshifters a genuine, if rare, part of the world. For example, in 16th century France, the threat of werewolves was considered so dangerous that they were hunted and executed in a manner similar to the Salem witch trials in the United States. Perhaps the most famous example here is the case of Peter Stump, who was convicted in France in 1589 of being a werewolf. Under torture, Stump confessed to several atrocious crimes. Between 1520 and 1630, more than 30,000 people were claimed to be werewolves, and like Peter Stump, several were executed. But these executions alone don't prove the people on trial had any sort of unnatural ability. Details of the crimes have led some historians to suggest that those accused of lycanthropy could actually have had a mental disorder and been serial killers or cannibals. And today, lycanthropy is a genuine psychiatric syndrome, describing a condition in which patients believe they or other people can, under certain circumstances, turn into wolves. There are several other possible culprits for the werewolf legends, including ergot poisoning, which can cause hallucinations, and rabies, which can drive infected animals to attack human beings. Additionally, some physical disorders have been cited as possible causes of the werewolf tales. For example, people with a genetic condition called hypertrichosis can grow thick hair over their faces and bodies. In retrospect, the werewolf legend may well be based on an agglomeration of other very real circumstances. Genetic disorders, rabies, and fear of the unknown may have all contributed in some way to the modern legend we know today. Older civilizations may have been exaggerating the evidence as they attempted to understand the world around them, but the most chilling prospect is, in this case, the most likely, that the werewolf legend, as we understand it, came about as a way to explain the ferocious and terrifying acts of madmen, murderers, and cannibals that we would call serial killers. Men and women who literally acted like crazed beasts. The legend of werewolves has been debunked and remains only as entertainment in popular media. Yet the kind of killers that may have inspired the werewolf legend were there long before it existed, and these monsters are still with us today.